Here we have the all-new 2022 Hyundai Tucson. This one comes in the limited trim with all-wheel drive. And that color is the beautiful shimmering silver. And the interior consists of black trim leather. And your powertrain is going to be a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder made into an 8-speed automatic transmission. As we get to that new front end here, you have your LED headlamps along with your LED daytime running lights and fog lights. And then down here we have 19-inch aluminum wheels. You have passive keyless entry on the front two doors. And there are the controls for your power door locks, windows, and mirrors. And then there are your memory seat controls there. There's your power driver seat with power lumbar support. Onto the rear seat. So not bad leg room at all. I'm 6'3", and I really like how they put these little cushions here, or I should say spaces here, so I can get my knees in the seat and still be able to move about if you're a larger passenger back here. So that's really, really smart. But there are your rear AC vents. Then you have two illuminated USB charging ports. And there's a view of the front from back here. And a really nice touch. I know the trim of the door still has a little plastic on it, but you have 2-stage heated rear seats as well. So that's really sweet. And there are your center cup holders there. And we'll get back to this in a minute, but look at that panoramic sunroof. Wow. Let's check out the cargo space next. There's that all new back end there. You have your LED tail lamps. And I like how they put the emblem right here. It looks really slick. But fantastic cargo space in here. And if you want to fold the seats flat for even more space, you can just pull that there and then pull the seats down all the way. And you have it on either side. And then when the seats are up far enough, they'll fold flat. And like I said, you can just snap these back up. Pretty easy to do. And there's your power passenger seat there. And there's that 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. Let's hop in the driver's seat. So a really nice leather wrapped steering wheel, which you can also heat. And you even get these really nice paddle shifters on either side as well. But let's get on to this right here. This is something. So this is the all-new infotainment system. Of course, you have your AM, FM, XM radio along with Bluetooth audio. You can change that by hitting these buttons, and I really like how the stations come up. That is just really, really slick. And there's your navigation system there. And of course you have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. There's your backup camera there, which is high definition. And you also have your 360 view as well, your bird's eye view, excuse me. And then down here you have your dual zone automatic climate controls. And of course you can sync those together. And then what's really slick is a lot of plastic still in here. You have two USB ports, a 12 volt, but then you also have a wireless charging pad, and this light will illuminate when you have something on this pad here. A nice big size. And then with that, you have your 3-stage heated and cooled seats, that toggle for your heated steering wheel, your downhill brake control, parking sensors, you can toggle your camera, and then you have the heated and cooled seats for the passenger there. And then, with this one being an all-wheel drive, you have that all-wheel drive lock, and then you have 4 different drive modes: normal, sport, smart, and snow. And you can toggle that auto stop off. And in this higher trim level, you actually get this new shifter where it's all push button. P for park, reverse, neutral, drive. And then you have this electronic parking brake here, which you pull up to engage, push down to disengage, along with your brake hold. And there's your center console cubby space there. Pretty good size, actually. And then once again, that beautiful panoramic sunroof, which you can press this button here to tilt, then you close like that. And then you can one-touch slide it as well. It's a beautiful view. But there's a view of the back seat from up here. There's your glove compartment with your owner's manuals. And then on the left side of the steering wheel, you have your volume controls, your trackless or radio station controls. You can toggle this mode button to go between AM, FM, XM, and Bluetooth. And then you have your Bluetooth controls here. And then you have a favorites button, which you can customize that, which is pretty neat. And then here on the right side, you can go through your gauge cluster using this here when it's applicable. And then you have your cruise control here, which is going to be your smart cruise, which is adaptive. You can adjust the gap for that. You can turn your lane centering on, and then you can actually, set, resume your cruise controls here with this little knob. But I love that digital gauge cluster. It looks fantastic. There's your push button start. Finally, here's that key fob with remote start. So next we're gonna go ahead and take this 2022 Tucson out on the road for a quick test drive. So right out the gate, the 2.5 liter definitely has adequate power for this kind of vehicle. And I really like how when you're turning your blinker on, you can kind of see in your blind spot if you need to get over or not. That is something that is very, very neat to me. So check this out. That is so cool. And especially on the highway when you're trying to get over, you know, you want to make sure that you have every possible outlet when you are driving, and being able to put that blinker on and see if you can get over and if you can't. It's a game changer, it really is. I mean, it's the next step up of blind spot monitoring. And I didn't even notice the lane centering is on now, just driving around town. And the cool thing is you don't even have to have the adaptive cruise on to use that. You can just have it on at all times. Of course, you're supposed to have your hand on the wheels, which I would highly recommend, but it's just cool knowing that it can do what it needs to. So we're gonna take it out on the highway next, see how it does. And once again, that camera really does come in handy. I can see if somebody's trying to get over, if I need to slow down, speed up. Really awesome. We're gonna test out these paddle shifters. Pretty responsive, especially with the downshifts. That is fantastic. And we can try the adaptive cruise for a minute. And there it is, slowing down to keep that safe distance between myself and the vehicle in front of me as it's starting to brake. And this Hyundai really is impressive, and Hyundai has been becoming more and more impressive as the years have gone by, just revamping their brand. It's not just a brand that's all about giving you a cheap car. I mean, these things have got quality to them now. They especially have the amenities to them. But safety features, all of that. Just really impressive what they've been up to. Just a really, really impressive car. And there's the auto stop that just engaged. So I had the vehicle in normal mode for the whole test drive, and now I have it in sport. And I'm gonna put on the all-wheel drive lock as well. Very nimble. And there's the auto stop again, surprisingly coming on even in sport mode. But this is going to bring me to an end of my review of the all-new 2022 Hyundai Tucson Limited all-wheel drive.